Attitude seems to be changing as transmission rates of COVID-19 continue to rise.
We have experts that have said in the recent past that masks aren't necessarily good to wear. You know that. But now they've changed their mind. If they change their mind, that's good enough for me. So I wear it when appropriate.
Current data shows that kids and teens are less likely to get infected with the coronavirus than adults, yet there's still a risk. So chances are you're wearing a mask if you're back in the classroom. I chatted with pediatrician and public school teacher Emily Frank about what teachers and students have to face as they head back to school. Why is it important for young people to wear a mask?
And so I know in the beginning of this disease, we really noticed that a lot of elderly folks were affected, but we're learning very quickly that young people are not immune to this disease and can get very, very sick or even lose their lives from it.
What is the current risk for younger people, 18 and under, contracting COVID-19 in the U.S.?
What it looks like is kids under 10 have about half the risk of acquiring COVID that someone older does. And what it's starting to look like is that children ages 10 to 17 have about the same level of risk as adults. There's some different theories about why that is. One thought is that younger kids have smaller breathing volumes, so when they breathe out, there's just not as much that they're exhaling or that it's closer to the ground. In order for the virus to enter the body, it needs to bind to what's called an ACE receptor. And these ACE2 receptors are located in our noses and in our lungs. There are some studies showing that younger kids have less expression of this receptor in their noses.
That's really interesting. And I mean, my next question is why? Why have cases gone up then among kids and teens?
In the beginning, when testing was quite limited, there's a good chance that a lot of kids had COVID and we just didn't realize it, either because they weren't having symptoms or because their symptoms didn't look the way we expected COVID to look. I think now we have a better understanding of how variable COVID can look in kids and more testing availability. So I think we're picking up a lot more cases than before.
I've been reflecting and thinking back on what I would be doing if I was a teen or if I was in high school and kind of just having to deal with what's happening right now. And one thing that I would do or that I've seen is people wearing the mask improperly. So what would you say to teens or students in the classroom that might try to take it off if the teacher's not looking or might not be wearing it properly because we're talking about it's uncomfortable or it's this or it's that?
There really is a spectrum of things to help keep people safe, and ideally we do all of them, and the reality is we will not be able to do all of them all the time. It's like thinking about safe sex. Abstinence means 100% there's no chance of getting pregnant. If you can't do that, maybe you do something with a 99% chance. If you can't do that, maybe you do something with a 90% chance.
So wash your hands. Watch your distance and stay at least 6 feet or more from other people. Perfect. And when you're outside, wear a mask. Be sure to wear it properly too, like this. Not like this. Or this. Or this. And what if you have friends who don't want to wear one? Here are some tips for encouragement. No one likes to be lectured. See this? This should totally be on your face right now. Come on. What are you doing? So be patient, kind, and ask for gentle reminders instead to your friend. Hey, we should put these masks on before we head out. And give some facts